This is the Voice of the Crusaders video podcast. Today, June 3rd, 2017, we honor the victims of another bloody terror attack on European soil in the great city of London. We, the citizens of the West, are sick of Muslims and of Islam. This religion and ideology is foreign to our soil, foreign to our land, foreign to our continent. We brought this upon ourselves by allowing people who belong to a religion that has been at war with us since Islam's inception, since the 7th century, when the armies of Mohammad spilled out of Arabia, conquering and subduing Western Christian lands. Because of Islam, our citizens are dying. Our societies were virtually crimeless before Islam came with immigration, open immigration, to people whom do not belong on our continent or part of our civilization. The reason the Japanese never suffer from Islamic terror is because they have no Muslims, because they're not fools as we are fools. Because of Islam, our society and our security budgets are huge. Because of Islam, we have to pay large portions of our paychecks for security, counter-terror, more police, more emergency services, and we support the killers with welfare. What kind of society is this? What kind of society creates its own demise? For what purpose? For what reason? Who is benefiting from this? We give them welfare that comes out of our paychecks so that they can sit and breed while we are all corporate slaves paying for their livelihood. We, the Crusaders, have several demands. Shut down all Islamic courts in the UK. All mosques must submit to surveillance equipment to monitor them in Europe. A promotion of Western civilization in all school materials, media campaigns, etc. We need to start promoting ourselves. And enough with the moral and cultural equivalence, because there is none. Subsidies for white native women to have more than one child per family should be granted, but only to the native women. That goes back 5 generations in England. We need a native baby boom. All those who are not 3 generations English in England to be deported to their national origins, the home of their forefathers. That includes the mayor of London. Ship him back to Pakistan, where he belongs. Islam is foreign to our land, and it has only hurt our civilization. England should be for the English. France should be for the French. Belgium should be for the Belgium, etc., etc. This is not bigoted or racist by any means. In fact, we, the Crusaders, are not promoting violence or discrimination. After all, it was we who allowed them to come to our lands. But we thought that these guests would appreciate living in a much higher standard of living, a standard they never thought they would ever dream of being part of, because their own backward civilization could never achieve what we have achieved, and their people, because they are backward, they can never achieve the high society we created. And that is why they leave their lands. But instead of embracing where they go, instead of embracing being English, being French, they decide that their only support, their only allegiance is to Islam and to the Prophet Muhammad. Therefore, these people do not belong in our land. We are sick of paying higher taxes just to police our civilization out of our fear for the people that we rolled the red carpet out for. Last, after we free our lands from their ideology, we use that money left over to empower our military and go after the savage terrorist groups. It's time for us to respond to these attacks on Europeans and on Americans and Westerners from the West. The English at one point had an empire in which the sun had never set. It was so powerful that they were masters on this earth. So do not tell me it cannot be done. It can be done. This small island nation conquered the world. Do not tell me it cannot be done. It can be done without violence. We simply don't want the guests here anymore. The English for the English, the French for the French, the Italian for the Italians. I long for that day. You are listening to the Voice of the Crusaders radio podcast.